Hi, my name is Alan Biggins. I run a property inventory service in North Buckinghamshire and Oxfordshire. My website is called www.inventoryclerk.org.uk. I would like to explain why a professionally drawn up inventory is vital for the landlord of a rental property. A landlord who lets out his property expects it to be returned in as good a condition as when the tenant moved in. In order that this is so, three things need to be done: an inventory, a check-in and a check-out. Only if these three steps are followed can the landlord claim for damage or cleaning costs incurred by tenant negligence. The first of the three steps is that an inventory should be made before the tenant moves in. The inventory should cover all aspects of the inside of a property and, if there is a garden, the outside too. Each room needs to be covered in detail. What are the windows like? Dirty or clean? Panes broken? Sill marked? Are curtains present, and if so, are they clean, dirty or damaged? Have they got tie backs or pelmets? If they're on a rail, does the rail have finials? What is the condition of the room's woodwork? Are there any marks on the doors or skirtings? What handles, locks and bolts do the doors have? Are there any missing or not working? What lights are in the room? Do they work? Do they have shades? What condition are the walls in? This is the second most contentious area in a normal room. Are there screws, hooks, screw holes, scuffs, tears in wallpaper or damp marks? How many? Where? What about the ceiling? Are there any water markings or cracking? Most problematical of all for an ordinary room, what condition is the carpet or flooring in? Are there any marks, stains or burns? Where? Is the carpet clean? If the flooring is vinyl, it is especially prone to stiletto heel damage, nicks, stains and burns. What about loose wires, aerial and TV leads? It is essential to note what is present before the tenancy starts, as it is not unknown for tenants to install satellite wiring which the landlord does not want, or to install it badly. Is there any furniture? If so, what is it and in what condition? If it's a bed or mattress, has it got a fire safety label? The most contentious room in the house is probably the kitchen. Here generally is where most cleaning is required at the end of the tenancy. All appliances should be listed by make and model, and it should be noted whether they have instructions. Is the cooker clean and complete? Fridge, freezer, washing machine, dryer, cooker hood, dishwasher, microwave, water heater. Again, are these clean and complete? Sink, is it damaged or stained? Does it have a plug? Work surfaces, are they damaged by knife scratching, stains or marks? Cupboards, are they clean, complete and undamaged? Do they have kickboards? Crockery and cutlery. The extent of detail needed here varies with the quality of the items. It is probably no great loss to lose a Tupperware container or an odd unmatched plate, while a plate from a valuable service is quite a different matter. Stairs and landings. Are the banisters and rails complete? Are there smoke detectors? Do they work? Is there a loft access? Bathrooms, shower rooms, lavatories. The second most contentious room in the house. Are the towels broken or dirty? Is the loo, bath or basin dirty? Is there water damage to walls or ceilings? Is the grouting discoloured? If there's a shower, what type is it and in what condition? What cupboards and fitments are there? Are they all in working order? Photographs. The novice to the inventory world always think that all you need is photographs. 10 years ago, before I wrote my first inventory, I thought the same thing. Since then I've learnt better. Photos can be helpful, but they can't record every surface, nor are they as observant as the human eye. I find photos most useful in furnished houses, recording the condition of gardens and recording specific damage. On the subject of gardens, if the tenant is maintaining a garden, then a record of this is needed too. Are weeds growing up through paving? What sheds, greenhouses, outbuildings and garages are there, and what do they contain? A full tool list as well as lawn mower make and model, shelves, etc. Do lawns need cutting? What fences are there and are they sound? Are flower beds tended? Are hedges trimmed? All of the things that I've talked of so far need to be covered in the inventory, and as I said at the start, the inventory is the first of 3 steps by which the landlord protects his or her property. The second step is a check-in. This is where the inventory is given to the tenant for comment. Ideally this should be accompanied by a clerk, letting agent or landlord, and the inventory agreed line by line. In practice, many landlords and letting agents simply hand the inventory over with a written instruction that it must be checked within a set period, often a week or fortnight, signed and returned. The third and final step is the checkout. This is when the property is checked against the initial inventory after the tenant has moved out and cleaned up. From this, a checkout report listing all cleaning and maintenance issues and meter readings is compiled. This is used as a basis for cleaning and maintenance and is essential in case of dispute. In compiling this report, the person who is doing it needs to be aware of quite a few issues. To give a couple of examples, what constitutes normal wear and tear? How long, for example, can walls be expected to last between repaints in normal circumstances? The checker out must also be aware that the law states that betterment is not allowed, which is to say that if a carpet was slightly grubby before and a bit grubbier now, the tenant cannot be charged for the whole cost of cleaning it. From the above, it is obvious that there are an awful lot of things that can and do go wrong in a property. A missing vacuum cleaner or an iron-burned carpet are not cheap to replace. Only if the landlord has assigned inventory will they have the legal basis for a claim. Why use an inventory clerk? Lots of reasons. Here are some of the main ones. The whole process is time-consuming and complex. From all that I've said so far, and critically because of the tenant's deposit scheme, there's more about this on my website, it should be obvious that it is best carried out by a professional. You may get away with do-it-yourself once, twice, 3 times even. Most tenants are good, just like most landlords. Sooner or later, however, you will come across a tenant who has caused damage. That damage can be in one of 100 places, and if you do not have the experience and training to spot it, it will be you who picks up the tab. Another benefit of using a member of a professional body such as the AIIC, Association of Independent Inventory Clerks, is that they will be covered by insurance. As they are both trained and independent, their word will carry weight in court should it go so far. Then the professional will produce a document which is clear, concise and backed up, and so cannot be destroyed or go astray. The above is a very brief summary of the inventory check-in and check-out process. If you want to know more, please visit my website at www.inventoryclerk.org.uk. Here you will also see the area that I work in, Oxfordshire and North Buckinghamshire, and links to other clerks who operate throughout the country. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.